What is up, everybody? My name is The Rose, and this is the Game Corner Podcast, episode 28, for your Sunday, March 24th, 2019. This is the first podcast in 4 weeks. I took the last 3 weeks off. The past 2 weekends I was away. Last weekend being at my dad's house for the weekend. The weekend before that I went to Monster Mania 42. I got to meet some people there, WWE superstars and Hall of Famers / future Hall of Famers, Shawn Michaels and Kane, as well as musician from the 70s and whatnot, and 80s, Meatloaf. So I got to meet them. It was pretty neat. And the week before that I was sick, I caught my first ear infection in 7 years, and I caught my first cold in 3 years, all in the same day. That was quite a shitty week. But so I'm back now. I'm going to have some gameplay behind this episode to give you something to watch. I don't know what it's going to be yet. So whatever I put up is what you're going to see. I'm doing this recording before recording any of the gameplay, so I don't know right now, as of this recording, what game I'm going to put behind this recording. But with that being said, guys, this is the Game Corner Podcast, episode 28, as I said. I have news on Sega with their mini Mega Drive, or Genesis, depending on what area of the globe you live on. I have news on Mortal Kombat 11. I have some news on Nippon Ichi Software teasing a new game with a countdown website. We have the release date for the Amy character DLC for Soul Calibur 6. We have the entire breakdown with list of the Nintendo Nindies showcase that happened on Wednesday, with the full list of everything that was shown. We have Konami announcing 2 classic collections, and much more. So, without further ado, I guess let's just get in with it. So, Sega wants to hear from the fans about titles such as Sonic, Yakuza, Valkyrie Chronicles, Phantasy Star, and more. Those of you interested in participating in the survey can do so. I'll put the link in the description of the video of this podcast, if I remember. The survey takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. In addition to the titles mentioned above, the survey also makes mention of other series, including Jet Set Radio, Gunstar Heroes, which was an amazing Genesis game back in the day. So this is a good opportunity to have your voices heard if you've been wanting to see more of your favorite Sega games. Those who successfully complete the survey will be eligible to participate in Sega Player Survey Sweepstakes to win gift cards for Sega Online Store, Nintendo eShop, PlayStation, and Xbox Store as well. So that's interesting. All responses will be recorded anonymously. User data will not be made available to third parties. So that's pretty cool. If Sega wants to hear from us about what we want to see from them going forward, personally, I want to see another Miku rhythm game, but that's just me. We haven't gotten one of those since 2017. 2 years now, I think, was when Future Tone was released. So that's pretty interesting. I'm actually going to fill this out myself after the podcast is over. I could go over the questionnaire. You know what? Let's take a peek at it. Here we go. Alright. Loading. Okay. Go to the survey. Let's see. So it's, asking for gender. I'm actually going to do the survey right now. How old? Ask for your age. Let's see. What is the highest education level? So basic stuff right now. I don't know why it asks this stuff. I guess it wants. I guess it wants a consensus of who's filling out the survey. Let's see. It asks where you live. What state you live in the United States. Which gaming equipment do you use? So I'll click the Switch. I will click the Super Nintendo Classic Edition because I have one. I don't know why they would ask that, but okay. PS4. I do have a Vita technically, but I haven't used it in a couple of years. PlayStation 4 Pro, I don't have that. PS3 is dead, so I don't use it anymore. Oddly enough, it does. Okay, I did list the Switch. I did click on that. Okay. What new gaming equipment do you plan to purchase? Oh, wait, there's more stuff here. Hold on. Xbox One. Not the X. PlayStation VR. PlayStation Classic. Fuck that. Desktop PC. Click that one. I do have a mobile phone. iOS. Android device. Alright. What new gaming equipment do you plan to buy within the next year? Now, of course, I'm not planning on buying any of these because I already have all the ones I want. PlayStation 5, of course, and the new Xbox are not listed because they're not official yet. Okay. Which are you preferred? Which are your preferred consoles and PC game genres? All right. Fighting games, action adventure, racing, sports, I guess, because I do play a couple of those. What else? I'll do both Western and Japanese RPGs. I do play a bit of those of each. Shoot 'em ups, love them. FPS, third-person shooters, platformers, board and card games. I'll put music and rhythm. I checked almost every box on this question. How many consoles and PCs did you purchase in the last year? Well, I just got a new PS4. The same day I got my ear infection last month, so I did build my new PC last year as well. And that's it. So I'll click 1 to 3 because I got 2 technically. I hit next. What happened? I answered all the questions on the first page and won't let me proceed. Alright, maybe I have to disable ad blocker. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah, it's not letting me proceed. That's great. It does not work. Please choose. Oh, please choose up to 5. I picked more than 5. All right. Well. Okay. That's why it won't let me proceed because I chose too many. Fighting games. Okay. Racing. Platformers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Do you own any of the following Sega games? Please check all that apply. Sonic the Hedgehog, too many fucking times. Bayonetta, no. Gunstar Heroes, I do own that on PC. Shinobi, I do own that on the Classics collection. Jet Set Radio, I actually do have that on the PS3. Phantasy Star, no. Sakura Wars, no. Shining what? Altered Beast, I have. Crazy Taxi, I have that on Xbox, actually. House of the Dead, Golden Axe. Shenmue, no. Project Diva, yes. Puyo Puyo, no. Valkyrie Chronicles, no. Streets of Rage, yes. Virtua Fighter 2 is on there, so I will click that one. Which games do you want to see more new content for? Okay, Virtua Fighter, definitely. Sonic, Project Diva, Streets of Rage 4 is coming out, but I'll click that anyway. Bayonetta 3 is coming out, so I'll click that anyway. Gunstar Heroes, definitely. I think I'm good. Maybe a new Golden Axe. That could be cool to see. Shenmue 3 is coming out. Let's see. Which of these franchises have you played games from and enjoyed? Let's see. Diablo, no. Dragon Quest, no. Fallout, no. Final Fantasy, I've played a few of those. God of War. Just Cause, no. Kingdom Hearts, no. Tomb Raider, no. The Witcher, no. Last of Us, no. Elder Scrolls, so only two. Two apply to me here. Alright. So we're on the third page of the survey, and I'm almost halfway done already. Which games did you play first? They're all Sonic games. So I should just say, what Sonic game did you play first? For me, it was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Would you consider yourself as a fan of Sonic? Yes, absolutely. How were you introduced to the Sonic the Hedgehog? Gaming, no. A gaming news website, no. Retail store, no. Social media, no. Friend, family, or colleague, yes. So my cousin, I told the story before on a video, Sonic video actually. I saw my cousin playing Sonic 2 when I was about 5 years old, and I was coming home from my grandparents' house. I got dropped off at my cousin's house because at the time I lived where my school was. I lived near, it was near my cousin's house. So I got to see her play some Sonic 2, and I really was very, very, very interested in what I was seeing, so I had to have it. Had to play it, and I loved it. Sonic 2 is my favorite classic Sonic game, next to Mania. Of course, Mania now is really good game, so I think Mania is the best classic Sonic game now. But back in the day, it was always Sonic 2. What do you want to see from the Sonic the Hedgehog in the future? Let's see. Downloadable content, maybe. Merchandise, always. Remakes and remasters, maybe. Sure. Sequels, next installments, yes. We have plenty of PC ports. We have Switch. We don't really have many Switch ports. PlayStation, whatever. I'm just going to click all those except for the other box. Alright, which factors affected your decision to not purchase games within the franchise? Yakuza, not interested. Super Monkey Ball, not interested. Bayonetta, plan to buy it eventually for Bayonetta 2 and 3. Phantasy Star, not interested. Phantasy Star Online, this is going to be blasphemy to some people, but not interested. I don't know what Shining is. I'm guessing it's a Shining Force, so I don't know what it is, so I'm going to click no on that. Valkyrie Chronicles. I don't know. I'm just going to click other for that one. Puyo Puyo. It's usually only in Japan, so I can't, So I'll click other for that one as well. Shenmue. And Football Manager, no. Total War, no. House of the Dead, meh. Virtual Tennis, I don't like tennis. Moving on. Do you pre-order games? Yes, I do. A couple times a year at least. When do you typically pre-order a game? As soon as the pre-order is available, after getting enough info of the game, right before the game launches. Other. I'm going to click other, and I'm going to type in the box. Major game releases. There we go. Why do you typically pre-order a game? Please check all that apply. Excited to continue the storyline? Yes. To get exclusive digital pre-order content? That's not always the case. Physical bonus items? Sometimes. Allowed to publish a series of previous game? Yes. To guarantee that I get a copy if the game is sold out at release? Yes. To play immediately? Yes. Peers will also be playing the game. I don't care about that. Okay, moving on. We're almost done here. Only got a couple more pages of the survey. Which of these statements best describe your purchase decisions based on price? Typically purchase a new game at full price. I only purchase some new games at full price. I usually wait for discounts. Not always. None of these apply to me. Always wait for discounts before purchasing. Okay, moving on. What format, digital or physical, do you typically buy your games? I mostly buy physical games. I'm going to pick physical and digital evenly, even though I typically like physical over digital, but lately it's been about half and half. How often do you purchase collector's editions? Whenever they would know, usually buy collector's editions. Sometimes. I'm going to go with sometimes because I don't always buy them. Which factors affect your decision to purchase collector's editions? Exclusive. Digital content, no. Exclusive physical content, yes. How much I like the brand. Value. Which factors most affect your decision to purchase a game? Please check up to 3. Pretty much none of these. Metacritic, I don't go by that. Word of mouth, discounts and promotions, I guess this would be 1. Price, trailers, I'm guessing. I'll go with that. Do you rely on any of these sources for gaming information? Social media, yes. Gaming news sites. Online forums. Podcasts, sometimes, not really. I don't really... Well, I do get Game Informer magazine. I guess I'll pick that one. Do you follow gaming communities on any of the following platforms? Facebook, yes. Instagram, no. Twitter, yes. Reddit, Imgur, Twitch, and YouTube. Do you follow any of your favorite gaming publishers, developers, influencers, and/or brands on social media? I just clicked yes. Which platforms do you typically use to watch live streaming content? Twitch, YouTube. Of the following types of videos, which do you consider a useful source to rely on for gaming? Information. Let's play videos, live streams. That's about it. What type of gaming news gets you excited about a new game release? Video trailers, behind the scenes, website or product page highlighting game features, plans for downloadable content. Which of the following series do you rely on for gaming news? Oh, sites. I said series. Jesus Christ. Game Informer, because I get the magazine. Gameitsu. VG247. PC Gamer. Ironically, Siliconera is not on here, and that's the news source I use the most. I'll put other as well, and I'll type in Siliconera. SILICONERA. There you go, Siliconera. I just put you on the list. Alright. Aside from games, what types of Sega merchandise are you most interested in? Toys, collectibles, drinkware, art, comic books, t-shirts. Comic books isn't an option? I guess art. That would fall into art. How interested are you in the merchandise for games and series? Sonic the Hedgehog, yes. Yakuza, no. Monkey Ball, no. Bayonetta, meh. No, and no. So there you go. All right, last couple of questions. Where are you most likely to go to purchase Sega merchandise? Um, it depends, honestly. I do use online. I have used the Sega shop before. I do use physical retailers. I don't really know which to pick. Aside from games, how many pieces of video game merchandise did you purchase in the last year? So I guess consoles are also excluded. Oh shit! I honestly don't know. I have bought some pops in the past year, so that's one. I bought the. No, that doesn't count. I was gonna say Super Mario Odyssey amiibos, but that doesn't count. That was in 2017. Uh, oh yeah, I bought that Mario box from Walmart, so that's two. It's about all I can think of, really. Oh yeah, and I bought that Yoshi plush last year, so that's three. I bought Mario Monopoly. That's four. I'll go 4 to 6. How interested would you be in attending a video game experience such as a themed ride, live show, family entertainment center? Interested. I would say very interested, actually. What type of video game merchandise would you like to see Sega develop? I don't have to answer that, so I'm not going to. So there you go. What's my email address now for doing this? If I win, I'd be very surprised. I never win these things. Alright, guys, so that was the slowest part of the podcast. I will be speeding up the podcast throughout the rest of the time. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so you can do what I just did. If you look up the Sega survey, I'll probably put the link in the description. But like I said, I'll probably forget. Bethesda E3 2019 Showcase is announced to be held on June 9th, 2019. Bethesda has sent out its save the date notice for E3 2019. Media briefing will be held at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Oh, I'm sorry, 5:30 Pacific Time, 8:30 Eastern Time on June 9th. The company already noted that the presentation will be streamed on Facebook Live, Mixer, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. After their Fallout 76 issues, I don't think people will be as excited as they were previously. Only one game was mentioned by name on the announcement, and that is Doom Eternal. It will be coming to the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. However, at last year's E3 media briefing, The Elder Scrolls Blades and Wolfenstein Youngblood were both announced and should be appearing in 2019. Starfield and The Elder Scrolls 6 also made appearances at the event. There is a good chance all four could join Doom Eternal at the E3 showcase. So there you go. With the announcement of PlayStation and now EA pulling out, Bethesda has been the first developer, publisher company to officially announce their appearance for E3 2019. Now, of course, I'm sure Ubisoft is going to be there. Square Enix, I'm sure, will be there again. Nintendo, I'm sure, will have a direct lined up for E3. Xbox will be there. Microsoft. So it's still going to be a big event. Nippon Ichi Software launches a countdown website for a reveal set for next week. Given that March 28th is a Thursday, when Famitsu magazine publishes, we might end up learning about it a little earlier in the magazine leaks next week. In any case, we'll be keeping an eye on that door for any possible teasers. So, there you go. I am hoping it's Disgaea 6 announcement. That would be fucking awesome. But I'm generally a fan of Nippon Ichi for the most part, so whatever it is, I'm interested as of right now. Of course, the Mysterious Countdown website, the latest one launched with the reveal expected on March 28th at 3 p.m. Japan time. So for me, that is 2 p.m. Eastern time. No, I'm sorry, 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. Eastern time the same day. So that is a Thursday. I guess I'll be finding out about that later on in the day because I'll probably be sleeping. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Edition, Link Evolution, headed west for the Switch in 2019. We recently found trademarks hinting at localization for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution in the West. Konami made it official by announcing it with a summer 2019 release window exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. Based on the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, Legacy of the Duelist Link Edition, Link Evolution, brings more than 20 years of history to the Nintendo Switch. Players will take on iconic duelists from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, reliving the stories from the original series throughout Arc 5 and challenge the newest generation of duelists from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Key features include building and customizing your own decks, challenging other players with local or Nintendo Switch Online. Addition of Link Monster cards not only change the way seasoned duelists play their cards, but where they play them. Take on the roles of animated series villains with reverse duels. Compete with battle packs for sealed play draft play. Includes all previously released Legacy of the Duelist content. It's coming to Japan on April 25th, so next month. And as far as I know, this was only slated to come west in Europe in the summer of 2019. I hope that's not the case. If it's coming to Europe, I'm sure it's coming to the US as well. It only makes sense. But I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games despite the changes to the format. I'm not familiar with Link summoning at all. The last I've really played that I am very knowledgeable of is Exceed Summons with the black cards. I know a little bit about Pendulum Summoning, but I really lost interest, once Arc 5 came around. But I just picked up Duel Links last week on my phone, and I've been really enjoying that. So, looking forward to Link Evolution regardless. Hopefully it comes to the US this summer. Should be a fun time. Sony's first State of Play game announcement broadcast will appear tomorrow, March 25th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. It seems like Sony might begin kicking off its own video announcement series. That could be its take on Nintendo Directs and Microsoft's Inside Xbox. The first PlayStation State of Play will air March 25th, 2019 at 5 p.m. Eastern, the company announced via PlayStation blog. People will be able to catch the first State of PlayStation, the first State of Play on Sony's Facebook page, Twitch, and Twitter, and YouTube, of course. The announcements say it will focus on PS4 and PSVR games that will be coming soon by offering new footage of games we know about and announcements for ones we don't. So they could be showing off a few things that we don't know about. That's kind of cool. No information on which games could appear was revealed. However, some of the major titles coming to the PS4 soon include Days Gone, Death Stranding, Ghosts of Tsushima, and Last of Us 2. Those are exclusive titles, of course. So we'll be watching that tomorrow. And I will break it down on next week's edition of the podcast. I'm not going to do a reaction thing to it just because I don't know what to expect. It's the first one PlayStation's doing. So, yeah. But I will be breaking it down next week. Here's something I'm surprised no one's really been talking about. No plans for Xbox Live development on Switch just yet. Although the accidental release of GDC conference details spoiled that Xbox Live is coming to the Nintendo Switch and more, Microsoft stated the Switch isn't getting an Xbox Live SDK just yet. During their conference, Microsoft went into the details of how Xbox Live will work on Android, but only didn't go into details for support on the Switch. That said, they mentioned to expect to see more games with Xbox Live support, like Cuphead, in the next year. Cuphead is immediately available for Xbox One and PC. It is coming to the Switch April 18th. So it is coming to the Switch, that we know, for sure. We're just not going to see it as soon as we thought, or as soon as some have expected. So, sometimes you just got to take things with a grain of salt, man. So it is coming, just not as soon as we thought. Alright, let's get into the DLC news, because I got a little bit of that I want to run through real quick. Okay, so we have... did I close that out by accident? Oh, there it is. So we have some news on Mortal Kombat 11, and we have news on DLC for Soul Calibur 6 and Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Fighters rather. So Amy is set for a March 26th release as DLC. She was revealed last month. She was leaked earlier this month. Bandai Namco made it official along with a few screenshots. I am really digging this character. I definitely am going to buy her. I bought 2B if I remember. If I remember correctly, I bought 2B, so I have to buy her. It only makes sense. According to the announcement on Twitter, Amy is the fourth paid DLC character, will join the roster on March 26th. But on the day before, on the 25th, the game is expected to get its 1.3 update, which contains customization parts for Amy's outfit series. So then you got, just to run through this real quick, Dragon Ball GT Goku in his kid form is coming to Dragon Ball Fighters as the second Season 2 DLC fighter. No release date has been announced so far for that. Shang Tsung has been announced as the first of the 6 DLC fighters post-launch for Mortal Kombat 11. Also, Kotal Khan and Noob Saibot have been the newest characters to be revealed for the main roster for Mortal Kombat 11. I just wanted to get through that real quick. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, I do have a little something on that. People can expect to play as Baraka, Jade, Cabal, Scorpion, and Scarlet in the Mortal Kombat 11 beta coming next week. The beta trailer has been released. to go over content that will be in the beta test. It has revealed the characters people will be able to use. Scorpion, Scarlet, Baraka, Jade, and Cabal will all be playable during the March 27th through 31st beta. As a reminder, only Baraka, Scorpion, and Scarlet were available during the March 15th through 17th beta, the online stress test, which I forgot to sign up for. That was fucking brilliant on my part. Mortal Kombat 11 beta trailer notes that all 5 of these characters will be available and will have custom character variations during the test. This means you will be able to see and test out these options during the trial when fighting online against other people. It also noted at the 50-second mark that the Classic Tower will be appearing during the beta and offered a quick look at its layout. So here's the trailer, blah, 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 blah. PS4, Xbox One owners can only access the trial if they have pre-ordered the game. It begins at 11 a.m. March 27th Eastern Time and ends at 3 a.m. March 31st Eastern Time. April 3 a.m. April 1st Eastern Time. So that's fucking awesome. Mortal Kombat 11, of course, coming April 23rd. It will also be at EVO 2019. I have the collector's edition, the $300 collector's edition with Scorpion's mask. I'm so excited for this game. I can't wait to get my hands on the beta for the 5 days that it's going to be available to us. It's fucking awesome, man. I can't wait to play this. I really can't. What do we got here? Sega expected to reveal more on their Mega Drive / Genesis Mini at Sega FES 2019. Sega's FES 2019 website was updated last week with new info regarding stage events, and it seems more will be revealed on the Mega Drive Mini from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Japan time on the first day, March 30th, 2019. So that would be 10 p.m. to midnight on the 29th, going into the 30th for America. According to the event description, the stage event is around 40 minutes long, and Hiroyuki Miyazaki and Yosuke Okunari will be guests for the event. By the way of the Twitter fan poll deciding which games fans would like to see added to the console collection, Sonic 2 beat out Sonic 1, Puyo Puyo Su beat out Puyo Puyo, Shining Force 1 beat out Shining Force 2. Apart from the event, there will be a Sega Ages Info Corner, a Yakuza series fan meetup, a Puyo Puyo Championship tournament, news on Kenmono Friends 3, and a talk show on Persona 5, a segment on Wonder Gravity, among others. The Mega Drive Mini, Genesis Mini, is supposed to be released sometime this year. Isn't AtGames handling this as well as all the other fucking piece of shit console minis they've made? Now, granted, this one actually looks like a friggin' old school Sega Genesis. This looks fucking awesome. I think AtGames is handling it, though. Personally, I don't like AtGames. I think they're garbage. Whoever's handling this one, if it's not AtGames, hopefully does a lot better job. And if it is AtGames, they better step their fucking game up, because the last few have been trash. It's not the first time they've done something like this. Borderlands Game of the Year Edition ESRB ratings appear for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. A rating for an unannounced Borderlands game has appeared on the ESRB website. The listing notes that Borderlands Game of the Year will be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. While the game is already available on PC, it has not appeared on PS4 and Xbox One. Not yet. This comes after substantial Borderlands-related teases by Gearbox. The company previously announced that it would have some game reveals at PAX East 2019. Initial images shared suggested a Borderlands game, and some thoughts it could be Borderlands 3. The listing does not provide any details on this possible game, port or remaster. It does give it the same rating as the original game, which was a M rating for mature, and notes there will be in-game purchases. Borderlands originally appeared on the PS3, Xbox 360 in 2009, and PC. Game of the Year Edition, which included all of the add-ons, was previously released later on. So, sounds like this is going to be an HD remaster of the original Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, which I'm okay with, because current generation consoles will finally get all 3 current games available on current gen consoles. So I'm okay with that. It's a game that's now 10 years old. Still last gen, but, for once I'm okay with this as a remaster. Alright. Konami announces arcade classics Contra and Castlevania of Anniversary Collections. Konami has revealed it will release 3 different game collections for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. People will be able to get the Konami Anniversary Collection, Arcade Classics, Castlevania Anniversary Collection, what a fucking mouthful, and Contra Anniversary Collections in 2019. All 3 will be digital compilations of classic games with a hub website open to begin offering information on each one. Konami Anniversary Collection Arcade Classics is the first compilation. It will feature 8 arcade games and an ebook with developer interviews, design documents, concept art, and musical scores. It will show up on April 18th, 2019 for $20. Here are a list of the classic arcade games. We have Ajax, Gradius, Gradius 2, Haunted Castle, Life Force, Scramble, Thundercross, and Twinbee. I have played a little bit of Life Force, Twinbee, and the Gradius games growing up as a kid. The Castlevania Collector's Edition, Collector's Anniversary Collection will be Konami's second compilation. It will appear summer 2019 and will similarly contain 8 games from the series, an ebook with behind-the-scenes information leading to their development. Here are a list of the games for Castlevania. Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Game Boy. So they're not putting... That's funny, they're not using Simon's Quest. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4. Now it says there's going to be 8 games. So what are the other 4 games that are going to be on here? Finally, Contra Anniversary Collection will appear early summer 2019. It will also have 8 games, though only 4 have been revealed so far. That is Contra, Contra 3, Contra Super C, and Super Contra. So these are interesting. Konami Anniversary Collection, Arcade Classics, Castlevania Anniversary Collection, and Contra Anniversary Collection are all in development for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, as I mentioned, with the Arcade Classics arriving first on April 18th. I'm down for this, man. Whenever you're going to announce anthologies of classic video games, I am all for it. I will buy all 3 of them. Legit, all 3 of them. Last but not least, I'm going to break down the Nintendo Nindies showcase that was aired last Wednesday. So the showcase aired last Wednesday. It showed a total of 18 games they showed off. I have the list here. Blaster Master 02 is immediately available right now. Blood Roots will arrive in summer 2019. Cadence of Hyrule Crypt of the Necrodancer featuring Legend of Zelda will appear spring 2019. Creature in the Well will arrive in the summer. Cuphead will arrive April 18th. Darkwood will arrive in May. Katana Zero will arrive April 18th. My Friend Pedro will arrive in June. New Cab will arrive in 2019 in the summer. Nuclear Throne is available right now. Overland will arrive in fall 2019. Pine will arrive in August 2019. Rad will arrive 2019. Red Lantern will appear late in 2019. Stranger Things, the game, will appear on July 4th. Same day that Season 3 of the show arrives on Netflix. Super Crate Box will arrive in April. Swim Sanity will arrive in the summer. And Vambeer Arcade with Ultra Bugs will arrive later on. So, honestly, I checked out a few of these trailers. I did check out the Rad trailer, the Stranger Things game trailer, the Super Crate Box trailer. I know what Cuphead is. I've seen a lot of that from last year. Blaster Master is alright. I generally don't cover indies because I really don't play them that much. Although I have discovered a few hidden gems with indie games like Rocket League. Disc Jam was an awesome take on Windjammers. Shovel Knight was fucking awesome. I loved it. So, I don't discredit indie games at all. I just don't really follow them closely. So, I am interested to see what these games look like and whatnot, going forward. And with that being said, folks, that is the podcast for this week, episode 28. Went about 45 minutes, a little over 45 minutes. So with that, guys, I want to thank you all for watching and listening to this podcast. Again, my name is The Rose. Follow me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as the awesome Erin Fitzgerald on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Black Sakura is no longer a thing. We have officially disbanded as of last week, so it is what it is after a 3.5-year run or whatever it's been. So I will no longer be promoting that. All links are in the description box down below. And again, guys, thanks for watching. My name is The Rose, and until next time, I'll catch your ass down the road.